Good day, everyone. Our lesson for today is all about measure of central tendency, median, group data. So for the descriptive statistics, we have mean, median, and mode for the measure of central tendency. Mean is the arithmetic average of the distribution. Median is the middle value that separates the higher value and the lower value equally. And mode is the most frequently occurring value. For the median, the formula that we'll be going to use is this. The median is the middle number. So we have the LB as the lower boundary plus n divide 2 minus cumulative frequency over frequency mode times the interval. So example, find the median of the given data below, given that the intervals are 61 to 65, 56 to 60, 51 to 55, 46 to 50, 41 to 45. For the frequency, we have 4, 11, 10, 12, and 3. We need to determine first the following. I is the class interval or the number of intervals. N is the total number of frequency. F is the frequency. X is the class mark or the middle number between intervals. F of x is the frequency times class mark, lower boundary or LB. Less than cumulative frequency for the less than CF. Summation of x is equal to the total of class mark. Summation of f of x is the sum of the product of the frequency and class mark. Okay, now to solve for the interval, to solve for the median of the given, so we need to arrange them in a vertical form. So nakatayo sila, okay, from highest to lowest interval. So the highest 61 to 65 to 41 to 45, and then just copy their frequency. Okay, now first thing to do is to determine the interval. For the interval, we have I equals 5. Why? Because 61 to 65 has an interval of 5. That is 61, 62, 63, 64, and 65. For the 41 to 45, we have 41, 42, 43, 44, and 45. So I is equal to 5. For the frequency, we need to determine the n. So 4 plus 11 plus 10 plus 12 plus 3 is equal to 40, or just simply get the total. Next thing to do is to get the lower boundary. For the lower boundary, we just need to subtract the lower number, okay, in the interval. So we have 61, 56, 51, 46, and 41 will be subtracted by 0.5. 61 minus 0.5 is 60.5. 56 minus 0.5 is 55.5. 51 minus 0.5 is 50.5. 46, we have 45.5, and 41, we have 40.5. It is always automatic that for the lower boundary, we have 0.5, or we need to subtract the lower number into, or the lower number of the interval into 0.5. If we are talking about the upper boundary, we will add 0.5 to the highest number. Now let us not talk about the upper boundary. Let's talk about this lower boundary, okay? Always remember that in lower boundary, we will just subtract 0.5 to the lower interval, lower number of the interval. All right. Now, finally, we have cumulative frequency. Since our given, or in our formula, this is less than cumulative frequency, we will start with the smallest interval. The lowest interval is 41. So we will start with the frequency. Kaya nga tinawag siyang cumulative frequency because it has a connection with the frequency and with the interval as well. So we will start with the 41, okay? Or the lowest interval. Okay, remember always that. So we'll start with 3. 3 plus 12 is 15. 15 plus 10 is 25. 25 plus 11 is 36. And 36 plus 4 is 40. You will know if your cumulative frequency is correct if your answer is the same as the n. So since n is equal to 40, therefore, the total or the last number in the cumulative frequency should be the same as 40. Now, for the median of the lower boundary, the median of our given, so we have LB plus n divide 2 minus CF over FM times I. First thing to do, we need to divide n by 2. Our n is 40. So n divided by 2, 40 divided by 2, the answer is 20. This is our basis for the cumulative frequency. Okay, that is the cumulative frequency. So, in this given, okay, our computed n divide 2 is 20. But, in the cumulative frequency, we can't see any 20 here. So, pipili tayo ng mas mataas sa 20 at hindi bababa sa 20. 15 is not acceptable because it is lower than 20. We can have 20 and upper 20. So that is 25. 25 is higher than 20 and it is closest to 20. Now, so we have 25 and then we will encircle all the numbers under this 25. Okay? And that is greater than or equal to 20. Okay? And this is our formula. Now, for the lower boundary, our lower boundary is 50.5. So that will be the number that we will put here in our formula. N divide 2 is 20 based from our computation a while ago. For the less than CF, okay, less than of 25 is 15. So 15 will be the number here. For the frequency mode, we have 10. And for the I, we have 5. Simple as that. So we will put them in the formula. So we have this one, and this is our computation. So we have 20 minus 15, and that is 5. 5 divided 10 is 0.5, and 0.5 times 5 is 2.5 plus 50.5. The answer is 53. You got it? I repeat, 20 minus 15 is 5. 5 divided 10 is 0.5. 0.5 times 5 is um, 2.5. And 2.5 plus 50.5 is 53 as our median from our given data. Finally, let's have example number 2. Find the median of the given data below. So we have this example. First, arrange them in a vertical form from highest interval to the lowest interval. What is now the interval in here? The interval is equal to 3. 14, 15, 16, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? For the frequency, get the total. So the total is 20. For the lower boundary, we have 14 minus 0.5, that is 13.5, 11 minus 0.5, that's 10.5, 8 minus 0.5 is 7.5, 5 minus 0.5 is 4.5, and 2 minus 0.5 is 1.5. Now for the cumulative frequency, let's start with the lowest interval, and that's 4. 4 plus 6, 10 plus 5, 15 plus 4, 19 plus 1, 20. 20 and 20 are the same. So your answer is correct. Now let's go to the formula. N divide 2. Our n is 20 divide 2, 10. So this is our basis for cumulative frequency. Okay, so is there any 10 in the cumulative frequency? Exactly, there is an exact 10 here. So we can choose that. Okay, now we will that will be greater than or equal to 10, and our formula is this one. What is the lower boundary? We have 25, 4.5. N divide 2 is 10, right? Minus CF, less than CF. That is less than CF. For the FM, we have 6 as the frequency mode. And for the I, we have 3. Alright, so we can now compute. So the median is 7.5. Okay, that is 10 minus CF, which is 4. That's 6. Divide 6, 1. Times 3, 3 plus 4.5 is 7.5. Or 7.50. We can accept that. So that's all about for the measure of central tendency, median for the group data. Thank you very much for listening.